Yeah, the key things we're seeing in the industry is that organizations are seeing their workforce change, and their workforce change means they're becoming more mobile. As a result of people becoming more mobile and using devices like smartphones and tablet devices, they're looking for ways to enable those devices to be a seamless part of the business collaboration. So we spend a lot of time enabling a consistent collaborative experience across all those devices. At the end of the day, they do that because they're trying to find ways to get more productivity and more efficiency out of the business. And with people being more mobile, getting them to collaborate more makes a big, big difference for them. So organizations that are looking to deploy unified communications and collaboration technology, they run into a number of barriers. One of them is the fact that they've probably made investments in telephony technology that they have today, and they want to introduce unified communications and collaboration technology, but they want to do it in a way where it's not really disruptive to their business, and sometimes changing out your whole infrastructure can be quite disruptive. So finding ways to do that with your technology for your customers have been very important for us. That's one of the key factors in deploying. Now, a secondary piece that we find is important is that they're looking at, again, their workforce, their audience that they're deploying the technology to. And if you can imagine deploying applications now to a range of different devices, the ability for that deployment and the management of all those clients and desktops to be a really streamlined experience and easy for the IT side is important. So it's another key thing that it's kind of been a roadblock for a lot of people to deploy, and a lot of organizations like NEC are solving that problem with their technology these days. So some of today's unified communications technologies centered around internal communications with one another, collaboration through instant messaging and present state visibility among the people inside the organization. The impact of social network tools from the internet and consumer world is actually coming in and defining new capabilities in unified communications to add social-like functions inside these tool sets. So what we're seeing right now and stuff we're working on is we're going to expand the unified communications and collaboration tool set on your desktop to start to include some of these social functions. The ability to have threads, the ability to see dialogues, the ability to trade messages without having to go to your email. So all of these kind of things, file sharing, document shares, all of these things are kind of coming into the unified communications core platform, and it's quite frankly a very natural fit for the UCOM's platforms to just simply adopt these technologies. So we absolutely see different patterns in the use cases, but what really happens is each user wants to be a little more in control of what tool they choose to use at that point in time, what's right for them, and it's hard to determine that as an IT organization and fix that for every user in every circumstance. So what we found, and the reason we've developed our technology in a much more flexible way and empower the end users, is that we find that the end user knows best about their current situation. And for example, we have users that are using coffee shops to join a meeting, and they're utilizing iPad technology. But at some point during that meeting, they need to move from the coffee shop to their vehicle. And now they need to transform from being an iPad call with a soft phone to a GSM call. And we make it very easy and seamless for them to stay on that dialogue and transform to the GSM call and move to their vehicle or to the train. So, you know, I think the adaptation capabilities of the software technology and the clients is pretty key in what you can enable inside the enterprises. Yeah, it's a great question, because quite often in the technology industry, we build a lot of new stuff. We talk about a lot of acronyms, and we pitch to customers this new technology and all its acronyms. But what's really important in the industry, and I think what we're finding, is we're spending more energy touching customers and analyzing usage scenarios among our customer base and then taking that and trying to get that to drive the technology, and really to be more effective in our solutions for end customers and make sure that they're really well aligned. It has to be driven from the use cases and the examples of how people want to work, and let that drive the technology. As an engineer, I know engineers can build anything and they want it to be aligned with end users, and it's connecting those really tightly that really will help. And certainly in our experience at NEC has helped really align our technology with the end user experience.